kind of enjoy sometimes. But have you had moments like that with Hunter Greene on the mound?
You're right, because during the game you're trying to, okay, if this happens, just the nature of it. But if you're asking me if I think he's pitching good, yeah. I mean, it's been pretty special.
What has been so special in your eyes?
Again, I haven't been around him as long as everybody else has, but I'm watching him work, and I think you're seeing a young, good player find the next gear. You watch him the day after he pitches, he gets after it. He's learning as I don't want to say every player, but good players, they learn. And I mean, man, he's just, he's got the split now to go with the slider. He holds his velocity, competes. It's been fun.
With him, it seems like, and I know you weren't here before, but there were times where he would nibble, and now it just seems like he's not afraid to throw strikes, and that is a step.
And I think that's learning not only that you belong in the league, but that you can thrive in the league. I think DJ's done a great job of talking to him and, like mentoring him. But I mean, if I had his stuff, I'd attack too. It's got good stuff.
When he navigated on some traffic early, but when Espinal made that kind of nifty catch there, it seemed like that stopped all the Pirates from then on.
I agree. He had we had the sinking line that turns into a triple, so he's got to pitch around that. And there was one other early inning, but then he kind of buckled down, and I thought he was getting a little tired going out for the seventh, and we were kind of going to go hitter to hitter because I really didn't want him to have to reach back and work because we've leaned on him pretty hard so far. And he got a first pitch out of the inning, which was huge.
Espinal's a guy that wherever he's put in the field, he excels. He's excelling at the plate, especially in clutch situations. How would you describe him?
I think every good team you look at in the league has a utility guy that they can plug in somewhere and feel really good about it. He's you put him wherever you play him, he's going to catch the ball, like you said. He can hit the ball the right side, which is valuable, especially when you're hitting second. He doesn't strike out a lot. There's a lot to like. He's very dependable.
Terry, it feels like pitcher-wise, you've just got good options across the board here, including in the bullpen, because Ian and Tony really shut it down in the eighth and ninth, would you say?
Jabot made it work really well because we kind of wanted to stay right-handed just because the guys on the bench are kind of dangerous, and they would have rushed in there to pinch hit. But if they'd have run into trouble, we didn't have a ton of options today because guys had pitched a lot. So the way they pitched made it work really well.
I know that you're someone who you don't like to look back in the rear view, but
Never.
With the way Ian, what happened on opening day, I feel like a lesser pitcher with less mental fortitude could have all gone down the drain there, and it seems like he's bounced back from that really well.
I agree with you that he's bounced back. I don't think we'd have put him out there if we thought he was a lesser. You know what I mean? He's a tough kid. He likes to pitch. He throws strikes. It didn't work out very well. That was a couple weeks ago. It didn't work out very well. He's fine.
That's now 3 straight and 5 out of 6. Do you feel like this team is stabilizing?
I never feel that. I know. The minute I say yes, well, no, we just wanted to win today, and I mean that, and you'll hear it ad nauseum, but that's how I feel. Now we get a good day off and see if we can play good against the Mariners on Tuesday. Yeah.
It was Ellie last night. It was Hunter tonight. What does it mean to have some star power behind a team?
I don't care who does it. As long as we win, whatever they're doing is good enough.
You were now mixing in a splitter, slaggers working, fastball is spotting that. Are you to the point where you feel like you can throw any pitch, any count, any situation?
For sure. I definitely feel like I'm at that point, which is awesome. It's a good feeling. Just with the progression of becoming a pitcher, which is great, especially at the big league level. So it's a really good feeling to be able to feel that.
The last other team you faced, but when you look at the first 2 innings, the guys, how important is getting through the first 2 innings to set the stage?
Yeah, extremely important. I think if anybody's probably watching the game, they see the first 2 innings or the first inning, and they're like, "Ooh, it's going to be a tough one today." But for me, that thought never crossed my mind. I was just trying to stay present, trying to just stay present and attack each hitter, one hitter at a time, one pitch at a time, and let the cards fall where they may.
You went over to Espinal in the dugout after he made that catch. That kind of that stopped the momentum.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it was a great play. Looked like Jordan, the Jumpman logo. So that was cool. He's a fantastic athlete and a great defender, so it was awesome for him to make that play behind me.
I know you've talked about going deep into games. How rewarding is it for you now to be going this deep into games?
Yeah, very rewarding. Being able to, just keep the team in the game, being able to save our relievers, and I take pride in that and making sure those guys are well rested and feel their best when they come out. So I know it's early in the season, but I think every game counts, at least when I'm pitching. That's what I can control when I'm out there. And I think you add those days up, and hopefully I stay on that same track, and those guys feel as fresh as possible when they come out and they're ready to pitch and dominate.
You've had a lot of nice outings in the past against the Pirates, but have been unrewarded. This is your first time you beat them, I believe. Does it feel good just that it all kind of went together? And, you come out of this, not only did you pitch well, but they supported you and everything's
Yeah. Man, for the team to come out and put some runs on there early, that gives you a lot of confidence and allows you to just go out there and fill the zone up. I think that's what I kept telling myself in those last few innings, especially when we got the 4-run lead, was just fill the zone up. No guys on base, don't walk, because that's when you walk 2 guys and the dude comes up and hits a ball in the gap, then it's 2-4 or 4-3, and then it starts quick. So my focus was just making sure I get ahead and try and put guys away as quick as possible.
How much credit do you give to the catchers?
Yeah.
You have wins to that.
Yes.
A little different.
Yeah.
But it seems like you did this week.
Yeah, no, Austin, he really takes pride in his homework and making sure that he's the most prepared out there, and there's no shortage of that. We've had enough games where he's caught me and enough chemistry to know how he thinks and how he approaches the game and the details that he pays attention to. So when I saw that he was in there last night, I was excited and ready to go and just, still pitch, and nothing really changed mindset-wise for me, even though there's a different catcher back there. Austin was fantastic.
It looked like as you were coming off the mound in the 7th inning there, you had a nice moment with some of the fans sitting behind the Reds dugout. It's early in the season for fans to get really locked in on results and performances, but the fact that they're recognizing what you're doing right now, and we're kind of in that moment with you. What was that?
No, it means a lot. I'm so laser focused through the game, but I try and acknowledge the fans when I can, and I really appreciate their support and them being locked in, on every pitch and every outcome. It means a lot, and their focus. I've been in the stands before where it's easy to not pay attention to the game, right? And especially the crowd right behind our dugout. They seem pretty locked in every game, so it's nice to be able to share a moment with them when I can.
You talk about the progression to being a pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
How much of that is throwing strikes? I mean, today, 98 pitches, 71 strikes.
Yeah.
It just seems like those kind of go hand in hand. You were not afraid to throw anything inside.
Yeah, 100%. It's just having a lot of confidence and competing and making guys prove that they can hit your stuff, and sometimes it gets you, and that's part of the game. But as long as you can stay in the attack and stay aggressive, and you don't want to self-sabotage, and I think I've definitely been a candidate of that. There's a bunch of pitchers that do that. And obviously not every game you're going to feel great. It's going to be a little bit harder for you to be in the zone. You're fighting stuff and working on things. So it doesn't always come easy, but I think trying to keep that at the forefront and just compete and, challenge guys. That's what it is at the end of the day. It's challenging hitters.
It's like anytime you throw 71 strikes, you probably had a pretty good day.
Yeah, probably. I don't know the numbers. I don't know the analytics, but I would, agree with that. Yeah.
Monday was a big win for the team. Today, completing the sweep felt like a big win for the team too. How much pride do you take in not just these great games, but great games and important wins?
A lot of pride. Being able to, help the team stay in the game and to get a win, and every win counts. So, to help and kind of be at the forefront of it means a lot. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.